Hello, all my lovely Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising people. This is going to be your Spring 2024 forecast. We're going to be looking at the period between the 20th of March and 20th of June. Or if you are in Canada, the US, Mexico, or anywhere in South America, it's technically going to be between the 19th of March and 19th of June, okay? Because those are the days of the spring equinox and the summer solstice, and this is the period that we're gonna be analyzing right now for you, my lovely. Let's see what energies you can expect for this spring. Okay, we have 5 cards for you here. We're gonna take these 4, and this extra one is gonna be kind of like the full energy or the overarching energy for your reading. Let's see what we have here for all my lovely Cancer people. So your overarching energy is that of Virgo. So in the next period overall, during the spring season, you are going to be tested on your analytical skills, on your thinking, on your planning abilities. You're gonna be tested as to whether you put your own interest over the interest of others, which I would not recommend you to do. And the big question for you, my dear Cancer people, is how will you use your abilities for the good of humanity overall? Health might also be a very important topic for you, so keep that in mind as well. I'm just gonna leave this card here, and now let's see. For the rest of the month of March, communication, it's gonna be really important for you. You might have to travel a lot, you might have to study a lot. If you have any siblings, keep an eye on your siblings. They will need your support more than before. Your siblings or your colleagues or your neighbors might be having some health issues as well. So be very careful and mindful of that as well. In April, you really need to disconnect. You really need to go on the inside. In April, I see a lot of people trying to take advantage of you. I really see a lot of people trying to use you for their own benefit, so just be mindful of that. In May, a lot of focus is put on your finances, on your career, on your income, the money that you're making. I also see May as a very beneficial month to change jobs, to find a better paying job, to increase your income, your salary, your revenue in some way, shape, or form. June, of course, the month of the solstice is going to be very important. It's going to be a very important month for transition. We are changing from the energy of the spring to the energy of the summer. The summer solstice also coincides with the moment when the sun enters your sign. So for sure, it's going to be a very important moment for you. And all over the month of June, so from the 1st to the 20th, 19th, 20th of June, the energy will keep increasing for you. So you might see yourself becoming increasingly agitated, increasingly restless in the month of June. But overall, I think we can work with that energy. Now let's see what are some of the biggest challenges that Cancers will face in this spring. Okay, interesting. So, first of all, in March, your biggest challenge will be communication. One of your biggest challenges will be how well you are able to filter the truth from the lies, and also how well you are able to take those truths, to accept the truth of a situation. And you have to remember here that truth in this case is subjective, because you might perceive things in one way and be influenced by the actions of others in one way, but your siblings, for instance, might be affected by the actions of your parents, the same parents, right? Living under the same roof, being raised by the same parents, but you take it one way, your siblings take it a completely different way. And it's the same objective reality, but two very different experiences of that same reality. So this is one of the lessons that you need to learn here in March, is that even though reality objectively is the same for everyone, the way in which we perceive those exact same conditions might be extremely different. Very important lesson and a challenging lesson for you in the month of March. But if you learn this lesson, then you will become a much more astute communicator, and you will know how to adapt and change your message when you're trying to communicate something, depending on the needs, the wants, the priorities of each person that is listening to you. And this might help you, for instance, if you're working in sales, because then you will be able to do a really quick analysis of the person you're interacting with and know what is important for that person, and then you will know how to sell them anything, right? In the month of April, your biggest challenge is going to be self-control. How well you control yourself, how well you are able to stick to your guns, and if you say no, stick to that no. Because I told you here in April, people will try to take advantage of you. People will push you to your limits because you're a good person, because you're trying to help everyone. We already know this. This is the overall theme of your spring. Being selfless, helping everyone, being in service to everyone, which is fine and dandy, but not in April. In April, you need to be in service to yourself. In April, you don't need to be selfless, you need to be selfish. And this is your biggest challenge here. Also, be careful, because the Leos in your life will really challenge you in April. They will challenge your boundaries. They will not accept your boundaries. They will call you selfish. They will call you names. And you need to stick to your guns. You might need to go low contact with some Leos in April. Be careful about that. In May, again, communication is very important. In May, your biggest challenge is going to be how to show up in a more assertive way, how to be more aggressive about reaching your financial goals, and how to negotiate what you deserve. In May, you have the opportunity to renegotiate your salary, your income, to make more money, but you are going to have to fight for it. And the people that you're negotiating with, they are cutthroat. That's why it's important for you in April to put yourself first. That's why it's important for you in April to cut some people out of your life temporarily, because you're just actually, what you're doing here in April is you're working that muscle. You're learning how to put yourself first. You're learning how to fight for yourself. And in May, you're going to be able to apply this lesson in business interactions in order to bring in the coin, honey. Make the money, honey, okay? In June, your biggest challenge is going to be rest, because in June, as we have already said, the energies keep amping up and up and up, and you're really not going to have a chance to rest and take some much needed time for yourselves. So I recommend you to be very strict with yourself, with your sleep schedule and the quality of your sleep in June. Otherwise, by the end of the month, you are going to be exhausted and heading fast towards burnout. And we really want to avoid that, okay? So in June, maybe you need to deactivate the notifications on all your social media apps, because they are just eating up your time, your energy, and they're not helping you at all. In June, maybe you have to disconnect from your phone, laptop, tablet, from any devices an hour, maybe even 2 hours before you go to sleep. Otherwise, you're not gonna have a good night's sleep. You're not gonna rest well. In June, you just need to plan and stick to the plan of having some downtime, some alone time. It's really, 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 really needed, okay? And now, last but not least, well, actually we have another aspect after this. Let's see, for all my lovely Cancers, what are your biggest blessings? So these are your biggest blessings for the spring. And aren't your blessings just peachy, just amazing? First of all, in March, all my single Cancers, prepare to meet the love of your life. This is a given here. It's the Two of Cups, honey. You're gonna meet someone, it's gonna feel like a soulmate. Someone that really understands you, that gets you, someone that's very compatible with you. In March, for all the Cancers that are already in a relationship, prepare to fall in love again with your partner. March is amazing, an amazing month for everything related to love, to emotions, to deep soul connections, basically. April might bring you the news of a baby. So if you want to become a mother, if you want to become a father, if you want to start a family, April is the month to do so. April is the most fertile month of this season for you guys, and it can bring this blessing in your life. If you're not focused in this area, if you don't want kids, if you don't want to start a family, or you don't want to expand your family, then focus this energy in the month of April to make more money, or to make yourself prettier, to make yourself more beautiful, to change your wardrobe, to change your style, to go get your nails done, get your hair done, get a facial. If you are planning to have any cosmetic procedures, whether it's surgery or just fillers or Botox or whatever, April is the month to do so. Especially because, if I remember correctly, during April, Venus will be in Aries, and this will give you like a more fiery look. May is gonna come with a lot of spiritual realizations, with a lot of spiritual awareness. In May, you will be visionary. In May, you will be able to cut through the fog of communication and understand people's hidden desires. Use this to your advantage, especially when you are negotiating finances, when you're negotiating contracts, when you're trying to make more money. Try to really analyze the people in front of you, understand what drives them, what motivates them, why they're acting in a certain way, why they are using certain words and not other words, because you are very astute, you are very perceptive here. And by using this sixth sense that you have in May, you can actually turn a situation to your advantage. In June, your biggest blessing is gonna be your magnetism, your raw sexual power, your raw sexual energy will get you everything that you want. In June, you will be very creative, you will be very popular, you will be very charismatic, so use this to your advantage. But also specifically for those of you that are more on the introverted side, be careful, because people will be very magnetized, drawn, attracted to you, but you might run out of your social battery very fast, because again, a lot of people want to be near you, a lot of people are attracted to you. You have this magnetism. Be careful how you use it, and learn when to say no, when to stop, when to take a step back and go recharge, okay? Now, before we get the last message for you guys, I have just a tiny little request for you to hit the like button, share this video, subscribe to my channel, and just give me a small shout out, a small comment, a small observation, whether you enjoyed this reading or not. I really like reading all your comments, all your messages. Now let's see, my dear Cancers, what your guardian angels have to say in order to conclude this reading for you. The message from your guardian angel says that this is a month of recovery for you. Well, a period of recovery for you, right? And we see this especially here in April and June. This spring season will have a lot of ups and downs for you. And the question is, how do you get back from the down, from the lower sides of the energy, right? How do you jump back up on top? How do you start vibing again? How do you raise your energy? How do you recover when things don't necessarily go your way? Your angels are here to help you. Your angels are here to encourage you that even though sometimes things might not go specifically according to your plan, trust that you are divinely guided. Trust that you are on the correct path for your soul, for your growth, for your expansion, and that things will become better. And sooner rather than later, this will manifest in reality, right? This belief will manifest in reality. I see that maybe the past season, this past winter hasn't been necessarily the best for you. There were some difficulties here, and the spring is just basically a season of rebirth for you. And isn't that just amazing, my dear Cancers? Thank you very much for staying with me until the end. I hope to see you in the next videos as well. Bye bye.